the establishment, I mean, I don't know what term to use, the blob, the ruling class, the regime, they have done everything they can to prevent anyone from questioning the narrative whatsoever. I'll give you an example of this. I got a notification on my Instagram over the weekend that Gina Carano had tagged me in an Instagram story. I said, oh, that's great. You know, Gina Carano, this terrific movie TV star, now is doing a movie with the Daily Wire. So I look, and it was just a little video of me making fun of Dr. Fauci. I wasn't really making any claims, and no scientific or political claims in there. I was just kind of doing my Dr. Fauci voice and making fun of what a jerk he is, right? So that's all that it was. And it was her posting it and saying like, haha, this is funny. So I tried to repost it, but I couldn't because there was a big warning label on this video of me making fun of Fauci's voice. And it said, for COVID information, you've got to go to the blah, 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 blah. So I said, well, I'm not expressing any COVID information here. I'm just making fun of this jerk in the public health establishment. So, okay, I kind of do a workaround. I go into my inbox. I find the story. I share it to my own page. And then a few hours later, I went back to look at it. I wanted to see how many people had seen it. You know, you get these analytics from Instagram. So I looked, and I had shared two things to Instagram at the very same time. The first thing I shared had been seen by a little over 8,000 people. That had come from a very small account. Then I shared Gina's story. That had been seen by 58 people. That is an impossibly small number. What it says to me is something we probably all inferred for a long time, which is that if you see something on Instagram with that warning label, COVID misinformation, it's just not being shared. It's being shared to so very few people that for all intents and purposes, it's not going up. And the oligarchy, in this case using big tech as a proxy, is willing to do that even on jokes about the high priests of the regime. Then also on Instagram, try searching for natural immunity as a hashtag. So we all know natural immunity is a thing. By the way, I don't want to be accused of spreading misinformation. Even the public health establishment, even Dr. Fauci is acknowledging there is such a thing as natural immunity, but it's taken a very long time for them to do that, and they're really trying to downplay it. If you search hashtag natural immunity on Instagram, it won't come up. The nearest thing is someone who wrote hashtag natural immunity with a middle finger emoji because big tech is censoring this stuff. They don't want any of this information getting out. Okay, well, explain to me then why it is that the FDA is holding off on booster shots for Americans. Before you say it, I want to cut off the liberal critics at their knees. They'll probably say, well, no, Michael, it's just a technical issue, you see, because they didn't have enough data, and don't worry, the next time it goes up for a vote, it's going to pass, and this, okay, I'm not asking about any of that. I'm not asking about any of the scientific data here. I'm asking why, if it is so obviously common sense that the vaccine is 100% safe and 100% effective, why the FDA wouldn't approve it for everybody. Obviously, because they had questions about the safety of the vaccine for people under 65, for the vast majority of Americans. And as for the effectiveness, the very fact that you need the booster shot shows you that the vaccine is much less effective than we were told that it is. I'm so glad you liked that clip. If you wouldn't mind, leave me a comment here on YouTube, subscribe, but more importantly, go to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts. Type in The Michael Knowles Show. Click that beautiful little subscribe button. Maybe leave a 5-star review if you're feeling generous. We'll see you next time.